Hello everyone, I hope you are doing good. In the previous video, we learned of interaction, how to do user interaction and about some operators. I hope you got all the basic concept. Today we'll be learning how to define a function. But before going to function, I want that you should watch the previous two videos because we'll be using both the concept here so that we can clear up three things in a single video. So please watch the previous of how to print a statement. This is the video. This is all what we learned in the first one, printing a statement and defining variables. And in the second one, you learn about user interaction and operators. And today we'll be learning about function. So watch the previous video and come back here so that we can understand better way. So what is a function? Function means if you wanted to run the same thing again and again. Suppose this is a print and it's hello world. So if you just write hello and this is written 100 times, okay, suppose this print hello is written 100 times, and let's just copy this and print it for 2 3 times. Okay, this is printed for 3 times. Now what if you wanted that should be printed for 100 times? So the same thing means if it is asking for user interaction, you wanted that it should ask for user interaction again and again. How we can do that? We can do using a function. You just need to call the function and it will do the same thing. I mean, it's like storing something, means storing many things inside a same basket, and you can bring one basket and everything will come with you. When I will show with the code, you'll understand in a better way. So let's just start. So the syntax of function is very easy. You just have to write def. Def says Python that now we are trying to declare a function. So and you write the name of the function. Name of the function can be anything. Today I will show you something like building a simple calculator where we can add, subtract, divide and modulo. Like we did in the previous, today it will be an interaction. So let's start. So let's write add. So we want to add two numbers. So we'll just write here add and let's do some user interaction. So we'll write num1 equals to int input, enter first number, enter first number. Okay, and let's do one more. Let's take one more number. So we'll write num2 is equals to, let's just copy this here, copy this and paste it here, and just write here second number. And in the end we'll just print the sum. We'll just write print and we'll just write sum. And okay, let's do one thing. Let's put it inside. Okay, let's not put in a variable. Why to declare extra variable? We can just write here num plus and use the operator. Sorry. So you can see the def add means it is a function with name add. Name can be anything upon your based on you, and use this two parentheses. You should use this two parentheses and this colon. This colon is very useful. Without this colon it will not work. You can see if you don't write this colon it will give an error. After this colon you should mind one thing, there should be indent. There should be space of 4 space before writing. So if you don't match the indent it will give an error of not matching indent. In other language you use curly braces and all. We are not using curly braces and all that, so that you know there is a problem that we should always use the same indent. Like 4 spaces after the function comes under the function. Okay, now if you run this you can see nothing will get here, nothing will get nothing. But if you call here add, if you write here add and you just run this, you can see it's asking for interaction. Enter first number. So let's enter first number is 100. Enter second number is second without seconds. Okay, let's enter 100 and you can see sum is 200. So let's just correct it here, second. So what is happening? You can see here we can call a function, just put its name and the parenthesis and it automatically call this. To automatically call this. So you can, let's run one more time. Enter first number 100, 200, 3. Suppose we did not declare function, we had to write this one. We want to add one more number, then we have to write again one the same thing. But now you don't need to add again. You can just call the function one more time. Suppose right here add and call it. Enter any other number, whatever you want. 1 2 3 plus 1 2 3. You can see 2 4 6. So that is the main concept of function. Function means it's storing all of this code inside a name called add, and whenever you call add you get access to all of this. You don't have to write this again and again whenever you wanted to add a number. You just have to call this and automatically it will ask for two number and it will print the sum. So let's do for multiplication also. So let's call, or let's do a division. So we'll call div and the colon and present. In Jupyter notebook this 4 spaces is given automatically. If it's not given, you can just 1 2 3 4 spaces. And let's write here num1, or let's cut out this and print out the same thing because it is of the same thing. So we'll write same, copy this and paste it here. Enter first number. So we went to this time we want the division, so you can just write here negative and run this. If you run, nothing will get printed. And if you want to run in the same thing, you can just write here div. Oh, it's not div, it's difference, so we'll write diff. Okay, you can just write here also, you can just write diff. Now when you run this, it will ask for number, so we'll write 100, negative 100 and 0. 100 minus 100 is 0. That's how we define a function. I hope you are getting the concept of what function is. Function is taking all this code inside the same name, and whenever you just call this add, this all of this will come along with the add as a package. And you can just see whenever we call this add, this is coming automatically. We are not writing it one more or writing it 100 times. So if you want this to call many times, you just have to call this 100 times. You don't have to write this three lines again and again just for calling. So it decreases your complexity. And you know that these are there is so many variables and all that. When you write a large means large code, you need a function so that you can understand that when we call this, all of this will be operated and it is used for just for adding. So give the name of the function the same that is bound to do. So let's do one more example. We'll just define and we'll write our let's call our name, or let's do one. Let's do for multiplication. This is for division. Let's do for multiplication. So we'll just write mul, and let's take the input as the same and copy this and paste it here. So for multiplication, you just need to use this, and the name is diff is not this, diff is this. So whenever we call diff, this will get printed, not this. So we need to call mul so that this is getting printed. So it's not here, it's here, mul. So if you run this, it will ask for two number. 12 cross 12 is 144. So that's how that is the main concept of function. You can do anything inside this, you can print out anything. When we'll be doing some exercises, we'll be more talking on functions. We'll be doing exercises after 2 or 3 lectures. When you complete the basics, we'll dedicate 2 videos just working on all whatever we have learned and some complicated stuff in the basic part before we go to an numpy, pandas and all that. So there's nothing, you don't have to be scared of what we are doing. If you are not getting, means you are not able to do some exercise, you can post in the comment. I'll try to solve your problems. So there is nothing to fear about, and I hope you are getting this. It is very easy. Declaring a function is very easy. Just write def, the name of your function, and write whatever you want that function should do, and just call the function just by writing its name and the 2 parentheses. That's so simple. So that's how you define a function. You write anything. If in the before ending, I want to say one more thing. Means you can see you're defining a function. Inside this parenthesis, we can use some attributes or some conditions also. Suppose like def, and suppose you want to print a name, and or you want to give just a message. So you can just write your message, and inside this you wanted that a name should come, and you'll just print out hello, print hello, and the name. Okay, now if you run this, nothing will get here. But if you call the message, still there will be an error. You can see here name message. Okay, this is not message 9, it's message. Okay, still there is an error. You can see that message missing one required positional argument name. So you can see here we declare that whenever we declare a function, we say that inside the parenthesis there should be a variable, there should be something called name. You can put it anything, and whatever is here we should print out this. So inside this message, if you write your name, suppose John, and if you just run it, you can see here hello John is getting printed. So in a function, inside this parenthesis we can put some attribute and use this attribute inside our code. Suppose if you do not want to use this number, so let's go here. Suppose you do not want to add this number here, but you wanted that this number should get automatically passed whenever a function is called. So we'll just write here num1 and okay num2. So num1 and num2, and if you just run this, there will be an error because there are two positional arguments missing. But if you write here 2 3 2 comma 3, you can see 6 is getting printed. It's not sum, it's just multiplication. So I think in the other video also, everywhere it is written sum, but it's not sum, it's a division here. So let's just correct it. It's not as div, it's just div. So let's run this. Okay, it's not running because it's giving an asterisk sign, means it is interrupted, but it will run whenever we want it. So this is the main idea. You can see that we define a function and we added two numbers. So whenever we call the function, we should give there two arguments, means num1 comma -2, means we should give two arguments, and whatever the arguments is passed, you can print out just by writing the name of the argument that you used. So that is the concept of Python or function in Python. I hope you got the basic concept of function. So this is an easy introduction to function. If you are facing any difficulty, you can comment out. I'll try to solve your problem. So thank you for watching. In the next, we'll learn about loops. Cheers and happy coding.